Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. My name is Yadira. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a Gucci unboxing. This is something that is on my wish list, so if you did see my 2022 wish list video, then you might know what it is because it's probably the only Gucci item that I mentioned. But before I go on to show you what that is, I do want to invite you to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Also, leave me a comment if you have any questions. Alright, so I am going to show you what it is that I got, and they have this really nice bags. These are in celebration to a Gucci milestone, so they do have the word Gucci and a variety of different prints that they've used throughout the years, and it's really interesting to see the way that the Gucci logo has evolved over the years. So that's what the bag looks like, and then the handles is a ribbon just showing the Gucci 100 on there, but nice contrast between the red and the black, gold, and green. Going on into the bag. So this is the box. It is going to be a pair of shoes. This is a really nice box, and I like the imprints that it has on it. There's nothing else to it rather than it being a shoe box, but it is very nice the way it is constructed. And I typically don't keep shoe boxes, but I think I might hang on to this one just to kind of either store some like receipts and things like that, because it is very nice and very discreet. There is no logo or any sticker on the side of what's inside or like the shoe size, because I did say these are a pair of shoes. So like I said, if you did see my 2022 wish list, and you might know what this is, there is some little bit of a story behind this purchase. It's not necessarily impulse, or it didn't make my wish list for like because it's something I really wanted to add, but more so something that I kind of needed to have. So this is the inside. So it has tissue paper that mimics the imprint that's on the outside, but in the brown shade. By the shape, you might be able to tell what it is. This is a pair of Gucci heels. Ta-da! So this is the shoe. These are the Gucci leather mid-heel sandals in the color black. The GG imprint is in that age gold hardware color. Has a buckle on the side, which is like the same color, that age gold. This is a better look of the heels without the paper. It's a comfortable heel height. They do come in a larger heel. I think this is a 3-inch. Before I go into the short story as to why I bought these, I do want to share the price with you. This is the first time in quite some time that I purchased something from the Gucci store. I paid $820 US for these pair of heels, and I really like how simple they are, how timeless, and also how many different occasions that this can take me through. This is not just for those points, although those are fantastic points. So I actually got these because I had a pair of go-to black sandals that I would wear nearly every single time that I needed to wear a black heel. And so last summer I took them with me on a vacation to Vegas, and turns out that I guess during transit my heel actually bent. They were perfectly fine whenever I put them in the luggage, trust me. So whenever I put them on, obviously whenever I'm getting ready, I'm not too fancy, so it doesn't take me too long, and I don't have to take a lot of different variety of shoes on a vacation. And they were basically like the only pair of heels that I had packed with me because they were very reliable, comfortable, and my go-tos, right? They were the last thing that I put on that night, and I literally just made it fine from the hotel room to the elevator and down to the lobby. So I was like, what is going on? I'm just like walking and kind of like leaning on my other leg for support, and I was like, what? Like, I used to wear heels nearly every single day whenever I was in the office, and I know it's been some months where I didn't have the everyday heel wear, but I still have experience in walking in heels, right? I kept thinking it was maybe the ground because it shifted between smooth pavement and like cobblestone style. So I was like, okay, maybe that's what it is. They were a black suede heel, and of course it was nighttime, and in Vegas, if you know, there's a lot of people walking around, so I couldn't really stop to see what was going on with my shoes. I thought maybe I didn't tighten up right because it was like a little buckle at the top, so I thought maybe that was maybe loose, or I didn't know, but I just kept walking and I was leaning on one side, and I was like, what is going on? Like, I am gonna pull some kind of muscle here trying to make it from the hotel room over to, we were gonna go to the Chateau Paris nightclub. So I was like, okay, no, I cannot walk from the Venetian all the way over to the Paris hotel. So we just turned back around, and whenever we got to our hotel room, the heel, kid you not, you couldn't really tell. You could not really tell. But it was like at an angle to where the other one was just straight down. So I was like crushed. I was like, what am I gonna wear now? Luckily, I did have a pair of Gucci sandals that I did end up wearing that night, but they were like my favorite because they were so comfortable. They were cute, sexy, and they had, the heel was much thinner. This time around, I didn't go with a thinner heel. I went with a chunky heel, and the reason for that is I think that one, I'm not gonna go through that again, and probably gonna last me much longer, and I think it's going to travel well inside my luggage. That's first. And then second, these are a little bit different because the other ones, it had a strap here, and then it had like a crisscross, and then it had the strap where you buckle. And so these are much simpler, where it's just the strap at the bottom and then the buckle strap. So they're more timeless in that aspect. And then two, these are a little bit lower than the ones that I had. And I think that these will take me through the years, because I know as you get older, you don't really tolerate high heels the way you do when you're young. So I think that I can keep these much longer. And the most important reason why I decided to go with these is because that other pair was my go-to black heel, and I wore them so much that I know I'm gonna get good use out of this particular pair. I was gonna go for like a Christian Louboutin style, but a lot of their heels are that thinner heel, and I was like, okay, I don't want to first break into the shoes because I know there's a break-in period with Christian Louboutins, and then second, I didn't want to break my heel again because I was more than likely going to travel with them once again. I knew that if I got a Christian Louboutin pair, they were more going to be for like my fancy occasions, not so much for whenever I need a random pair of black heels, right? So I thought that I was gonna get so much wear out of these, and they had been on my wish list for some time now, and I did not pull the trigger until now, obviously. And I will say that whenever they did show them to me, I didn't think the quality was 100%. Like, I'm gonna show you some of the little details that I mean. Really and truly, I know buying these shoes, I was more so buying it for the name rather than the construction of the shoes, but I kind of did expect just a tad bit more better quality. But nonetheless, these shoes are going to last me so long, so that wasn't something that was like a deal breaker when purchasing this. And plus, you gotta spoil yourself every now and then. And another thing that I do want to know is whenever I walked in the store, obviously they ask you, what can we help you with? So I just said that I was looking for a pair of heels, and whenever they took me back to the shoe section, I was very surprised by how little variation they had. They had a lot of sneakers like in the back wall, but then they had like some loafers, some platform sandals, and some espadrilles. They didn't have any kind of heels at all. They didn't even have these in the higher height in display. So I had to tell the guy, I was like, hey, I'm looking for some black strappy heels. And then he's like, oh, we have some that look like these espadrilles, which I'll put the picture of the espadrilles here on the screen. And I said, yes. So that is exactly what I'm looking for, but on the low version, because he was pointing to the higher one. So he's like, okay, let me see if I have them, because sometimes we get stock here and there, but not enough to actually put it out in display. And actually 2 weeks prior, I had gone to the Gucci outlet and I had seen these strappy heels with the horse bit lock detail in the front, which they do still have some in the store. But I was still surprised by how little stock the actual store had, especially now that we're going into spring. I would expect them to have a little bit more of sandals or heels. Happy that he did say that they do have some stuff in the back. So if you do go into your Gucci store and you're looking for something that's not there, just ask. They might have it back. Now that we're into the summer here soon, I'm glad that I added these to my collection. So again, these are the Gucci leather mid-heel sandals in the shade black with the age gold hardware. So the GG is right there at the front. If you do have this pair of heels, let me know what your experience is so far. Also, if you have any questions, let me know what that is. And if you have other shoe recommendations, let me know as well. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.